good evening, wherever you are. Good day. Yes, this is a musical class preparing some of our choristers in our zone for music exam. This is just to give a brief introduction. But before I start, I want to acknowledge the author of the textbook that I will be using for this particular, revision, training, or just exposure. That's in the person of Dr. OAU Authority. He is the author of this material that I will be using. So, for this class, I'll be going through the syllabus of Music Society of Nigeria, MUSON, the preliminary grade. This is because some of us that will be listening to this are new to the class. They have no knowledge at all about music. So, I want to start from scratch. The music will be in short forms. So I will be guided by the syllabus of MUSON, the preliminary stage. So let's have an open mind. Let's take what we'll be discussing. Let's be serious with it. Take your personal notes. The reason for this video is that coming together physically for rudimentary class, rudiment of music class has not been easy because we are all engaged, activities upon activities in the church. So it's not been easy coming together, and time is going. So I have to find alternative. Sorry that I will just record the video, send to us. We look at it. Whenever we look at it, any question we have, we can raise it. So I believe God helping us, we excel both professionally in our God-given work and also in the exam we are preparing for. So I want to acknowledge Dr. Authority. Let's start. I won't be bothering us with the definition of music, what is music, whether it's a science, whether it's art, or a art of bringing various sounds together to make harmonious music. I won't be bothering about that. I will just adhere strictly or to a great extent to the syllabus, and so just for us to cover the syllabus as soon as we can, and also for us to see how to learn how to sight sing, as soon as possible. So the first thing here in the syllabus is the staves. The staves. What are the staves? Now, like we have been saying, whenever we give us music piece, the music piece that we always give us, you see these 5 lines and 4 spaces. 5 lines and 4 spaces. As you can see on your screen, you can see there we have 5 lines and 4 spaces. Now, some people call it staff, some people call it stave. Forget about the actual, it's all about US and British English. So the major thing is for you to know whether stave or staff. So 5 lines that are parallel horizontally to each other. 5 horizontal lines parallel to each other, which also give us 4 spaces, on which musical notes are written or represented are called the stave. That is the stave. So these 5 lines, parallel lines, maintain what we call the stave. Now, look at the various circles you can see here, the various notes you can see here. They are written on these 5 lines and 4 spaces. But in terms of the pitch means how high or low a sound is. So in terms of the pitch, you can see that the pitch is increasing. That means we are going higher from left to right. What do I mean by that? From left to right. means these notes here is lower than this one. I hope you get it. And this second one I've marked. Okay, let's say the first one, you can see I put one dot there. That one is lower. So the one with 2 dots is higher. And this one with 3 dots is higher than the one with 2 dots. And the one now with 4 dots is higher than them all. So we go up and up and up like that. So this is what we call stave. And you can see that the pitch goes higher as we ascend the stave, and the pitch gets lower as we descend the staves. That is it. So for now, you can see we've seen the staves. Now, from there, the next thing we want to look at is the clef. Let me just give you a brief introduction to the clef. Now, the clef is just a symbol that is placed, on the music stave, on that stave, to decide what each line and space represents, to decide what each line and space is. Just note that. But for this class, I will only concentrate. You can see numerous types of clefs there. All these are different. We have treble, soprano, mezzo soprano, alto, tenor, baritone, bass, sub-bass, different types of clef. But there are 2 clefs for now that I will focus on here. What are these 2 clefs I want to focus on? This treble clef, that is the treble clef. This is the treble clef, as you can see, which I have noted here. Then we talk about also the bass clef, as you can see there. We have also indicated. Those are the 2 that we are going to concentrate on: the treble and the bass clef. So now going on that, you can see the treble clef here. It starts on the second line. I will tell you the reason. That's why we call it G. Let me not say about G now. Just note, this is the first one. This clef is called treble clef. It's called treble clef. You can see. Let me show you how to draw it. You will be looking at how do I draw this thing. It's not compulsory. You draw it as perfect as that. And let me show you. If you will see that my own may not be as perfect as that because I'm using free hand, but you will still get something out of it to show us, you know what you are doing. So you draw your 5 horizontal lines. You can see what I have here at the moment is 4 lines. So draw my 5 lines. Let's draw the 5th line. Draw the 5th line down here. Okay. The 5th line. I want to just show us how to draw a treble clef. Okay, so you can see now. Now look at the first line, the second line. You start on that second line. Let it go up a bit. Draw like a circle. Let me start. Just hold on for me. Okay, start on this second line. So you can see, go draw like a circle. Go up. What's happening? Go up like this. So you can see it. Go up, then down, off like this. So I believe we can try. We can give that a good trial. That's how we draw treble clef, or call it G. You can see it originated from the second line when going up. Okay, let's go to the next clef. That is the bass clef. We call that one the bass clef. Bass clef. You can see the bass clef originated from the 4th line. From the 4th line. It originated from the 4th line. And again, how do we draw this? It's easy. It's easy. Let's try. Let's give it a try. Draw our straight lines. A straight line. Let's draw a straight line. A straight line. 5 straight lines that are parallel to each other. You can't say because you are a sister you won't know about the base. No, you have to know both. So this gives us 5 lines. Give us 5 lines. Okay, to draw this, you can't line 1, 2, 3, 4. From the 4, let's it originates and goes down to like the second. Then you come and put dots above and below the 4th line. And this is our base clef. Base clef. You will know the reason why it is called also the F clef. In some, you can also see it like this. So here are the two. That's the base clef. Okay, so is the clef. So two things. I've talked about the stave, combining of 5 lines, 5 horizontal parallel lines on which musical notes are indicated. Each note on it ascend while the pitch increases while ascending on it, while the pitch decreases while descending on it. And we have talked about the clef also. We say there are many types of clefs, but the ones we will concentrate on are just two: the treble clef and the bass clef. It is this clef that tells us what alphabet each of the line on the stave is representing. This autoclave, I will not focus on that. So let's go to the names. Let's go to the names of the line and spaces. So the alphabetical names used in music. Now in music, there are 7. Music is a language. In English, we have the alphabet A, B, C, D to Z, 26 in number. But in music, we make use of just 7. Just 7. No more than 7. What are they? A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Once you get to G, you go back to A. You start from A again. A to G, then A again to G, then A again to G. That is music. That is the 7 alphabets used in music. Okay, so as you can see here, I haven't known that we use 7 alphabets in music. How do we know where A is? How do we know where F is, where B is? That is what you have on the line. But before I proceed on this, I want to show you what we call a great stave. A great stave. That great stave will bring together the treble and the bass clef together, so that from there we can proceed. Let me draw for us the great stave, and from that great stave we extrapolate some others. Okay, for the great stave, look here, I have this, this, remember it's the 5 lines. Draw. So the 5 lines. Yes. The 5 lines. Okay, so here let's draw our treble clef. Remember, from the second line, sorry, let's draw from the second line. It doesn't look perfect, but just manage it because how I'm drawing it here on the slide on my system is not easy. So that is up there. Okay, let's come down. Let's join the base clef to it. Join the base clef to it. I'm taking time to draw it this way so that you also can see that it's what you can do yourself. Otherwise, I'll just use what we have up there to just explain to save time. But to give you that idea that you yourself is what you can draw. That's the reason why this is being drawn. Okay, that's it. Remember, it's on the fourth line. The two we are starting are base clef. So, and remember, you put two dots around the fourth line. Now, yes, we have drawn this. We've drawn this. You can see that the treble up still there and the bass down still there has been joined together. They have been joined together, as we can see there. They have been joined together. That line joining them is called the breeze. This line here is called the breeze. What we have there is called the breeze. BRACE. Okay, so this together is called the great stave. Great stave. Great stave. Now, there's an imaginary line. An imaginary line. You imagine it. It's not stated there clearly, but assume that you have it there. Between the stave up and the stave down. That is the origin. That is where we originate the names of our line and spaces. That's why I'm taking time to explain this. But that imaginary line, what is the name of that imaginary line? The name is C. C. That is, we call it middle C. Middle C. So it's from this middle C that we climb up and also descend. We climb up, we ascend the treble, and we descend for us to name the bass. So after C in the alphabet, what do we have? After C, we have D. It then means the space between this middle C and that first line on the treble stave is called what? D. After that space, what's the next thing? The first line on that treble stave. And that one is called what? After D, E. So that is E. So I believe we can get it. I believe that is a bit clear. So I will now separate. What I'm saying is here, after this C, you have D. This space here between is called D. And the space below here is B. You know, before C, you have B. Before C, so you can see that we are going up from down, up. From C to D to E to F to G. When we get to G, we start again from A. So that said, you can see that the first line now on the treble clef, the first line on the treble clef will be E. Will be E. That will be E. To be E. Why the last line on the bass stave here will be what? A. Remember the space between the middle C and that last line for bass is what? That line, that space is B. So the line before it will be A. Will be A. Will be A. Just note that. So let's now go and now focus on treble treble alone. So let's come here for us to know the names. So remember, we say E. Let me just have that here again. Remember, in between here we have the middle C. Now we have an imaginary line here. That is the middle. Okay, let me not draw it so that it won't be confusing. So just note that we have middle C. So then D in this space. So the first line there now is E. You can see now the first line there is E. After E, we go to F. F to the next line is what? G. After that line, we have a space. That space will be, remember, after G, we start again from A. So this will be A. So after our A, that space, the next one will be line. So that line there will be B. This is B. We are ascending. So A, B, C, D, E, F. The space above, if we have another space here, that space will be what? Remember, A, B, C, D, E, F. That space definitely will be G. That space will be G. This space just above will be G. And if we were to have another imaginary line here after this G, what will it be? Remember, after G, we go back to what? A. So this will be A. That is what we call ledger. We'll come back, we know, at another class in the next grade, we'll come to there. Okay, so we can see this is how we name. So you can see that the first line is E for treble, left now E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. For us to not make it easy for us to remember, we can bring out each of these. Name the line separately, name the space separately. We'll do that in a short moment from now. Okay, look at it here now, the space. Can you see it? The first space there is F, if you remember. Second is A, third is C, and the fourth is E. So face, it makes a word for us. Face, face. So it's for the treble, still remember the word face. You can remember, okay, F, A, C, E. Okay, let's go to the lines. The lines, remember, we have our middle C. After our middle C, remember, we have our middle C. This is our middle C. After our middle C, we have our D. After that D, the first thing is now E. So you can see the line there, E. The first line there, E. So the second line, G. Then B, D, and F. To have okay, we'll come back down there. So this make a word, we can use in mnemonics. Mnemonics, just a little word, phrase to remember something, little phrase, every good boy does fine, or every good boy deserves favor. Every good boy does fine, every good boy deserves favor. So that gives us the names and space for our treble now. Okay, so we can see that. Okay, let's come back to the base. To the base. Remember the way I told us for the base, we now climb down. We climb down from that our middle C. From our middle C, say this is our middle C. This is our middle C. Before C, what do we have? We have B. Before B, what do we have? We have A. Before A, what do we have? We have G. F. That's how you descend. So if you go like that, down, 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 you see that we have the names of the line and spaces this way. So to make it easy for us, for the names of these lines for base, we talk about great big dogs fight alligators. But just remember, good boy deserves favor. Good boy deserves favor. Good boy deserves favor. Remember, for treble clef, it is every good boy deserves favor. You can see it looks like the same, still the same trend. But the first one here is G. So that from good boy deserves favor. While for the space on base now, we talk about A, C, E, G. So it's all cattle eats grass. All cattle eat grass. Or all cows eat grass. That is it. I believe we have known all this now. Remember, we started with the staves. I told you the staves just talk about 5 parallel equally spaced lines. 5 parallel equally spaced, or 5 parallel horizontal equally spaced line, because they are not vertical lines, they are horizontal. So 5 equally spaced parallel lines, 5 equally spaced parallel lines on which musical notes are represented. That's just the stave. And with that, since there are 5 parallel lines that are equally spaced, then we have 4 spaces in between them. And from that stave, we can, we talk about the clef, talk about treble clef, and the bass clef. Remember, I told you there are many types of clef. You saw the baritone, you saw the soprano, mezzo soprano, alto, tenor, and all that. Now, one thing I forgot to tell us, you can see that for the bass clef, it originated on which of the lines? On line 4. What is that line 4 in terms of the alphabet? Is F. 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 So that is why we call it either bass clef or F clef. Bass clef or F clef. So call it bass clef or F clef. Either of the two, you are correct. Why? Because it originates from that 4th line, which is what? F. Okay, let's go, before I round off, let's go to the treble. Again, you can see the treble I told you start from the 2nd line. What is that 2nd line? What is the name of that 2nd line? It's G. Line G. Line G. So that's why we call it either G clef or treble clef. It's called treble clef or G clef. Treble or G clef. In order to, you are right. So that's the clef, and talk about that we use in writing music as a language. We use 7 alphabets, A to G. Once we get to G, we go back, start again from A. We'll continue and continue. I will say the pitch of the notes on the stave increases as we ascend the stave, while it decreases as we descend the stave. This will be